Okay. Audio through mic. I can't turn it down anymore. What do you want, Leo? You come in here, sit on the couch, bud. Yeah. It's okay. Sit on the couch, buddy.
Sit on the couch, buddy.
Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Now, do you want to do both of us, good day, or
Yeah.
you want to start after?
We'll do both of us.
You got to do like really deep and loud. Really deep and loud. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good day. Aussie Bonsai blokes here. Hey, going.
What?
What? You weren't very loud. Okay, guys, girls, and people that haven't identified their sex yet. Here we are, and spring has sprung. So this is, what is it, Seth?
Well, it's your first tree you ever had.
First original tree. This is a tree that started my whole obsession and started it all. Pretty cool.
Wonder what Leo's doing over there.
No, scratching the carpet. Weirdo. But anyway, so this is the very first tree that started all. So this is an ash tree, a desert ash. I bought this tree as my first ever tree for about $130, and that was what started my whole obsession. Originally, it only had this one trunk here with only half of the branching that's on it. And then it had, I don't know whether it had anything on the other side or not, but anyway, I've grown this whole trunk since in the last 13 years. And you can see by the bark, the original trunk's got bark, the other trunk doesn't. So 13 years, so it's probably close to 15 years when I got it. So it's probably a 25 to 30-year-old tree, to be honest. Pretty cool. And the reason I say spring has sprung, because there's actually growing shoots on this tree. I should show you that now. Okay. I'll show you some growing shoots. Can you point any out, Seth?
I think that guy.
See this?
Oh, him.
Yep, put your hand behind it so the camera can focus. Your whole hand like this. Wow, look at that one.
And then that one. Them two. One here.
Yeah, so she's shooting, and look at the lichen on there. Pretty cool to have some lichen on the tree. Pretty cool. So, spring has sprung here. To be honest, you know, we are in the second month of winter, so we've still got another month of winter to go, but to be honest, the early trees will shoot now. Ash trees, the almond would have already been in flower if the almond didn't die. All these shoots are all starting to swell up and shoot and turn green. So now is the perfect time to repot it. And we are, as you can see, going to put it into a massive pot this year. Because last year in this pot, well, I think it's been in this pot for 2 years. It hasn't done last year it did not do too well. It only put on a small amount of growth for the whole of the summer. Not sure why, I think it was just too root bound. Ash trees seem to get root bound super easy. So this year we're going to put it into a
Massive pot.
So give it a lot of room to grow, a lot of moisture. And I'm going to try and fertilise even more this year as an experiment, just to really fertilise the poo out of everything and just see what happens. So yeah. Right, so let's get into it. First thing to do, Seth?
Let's get the pot off.
Get the pot off. Now, it could be easy, could be hard. I think it's going to be easy because I don't think this pot has a lip. So I think it should just pull out. Whoa!
That was easy.
Oh my god, that was easy.
Now I better get
There you go,
scraping
done.
with this thing.
We're done.
No, we're not done.
We're done.
Far from it.
Okay, and here we're going to keep
That
this
thing.
mesh thing. I'll just
Did you have to throw that?
I'll whack it under the table just to clean it off.
You gotta get your tree out of there,
There we
mate.
go. We're going to keep that and put that over the screens in this new pot.
Might have to cut the thing in half.
Do we have a scissors?
Of these.
Can you get scissors, bud?
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, here they are.
Actually, really interesting. I thought it'd run out of room, but the whole bottom of the pot never even grew in. Generally, this tree pushes itself out of the pot. But this time, no. This time, not much has happened. It's just starting to spit outside. You might hear that. So, we got two options, right? I was going to take a slice of cake off the bottom, but we don't need to do that.
Oh no, don't do that.
Don't even need to do that because it's looking pretty good and it's going to fit easily in there anyway. We don't want to disturb too many roots. Got all these nice new white roots everywhere. White roots means fresh new roots, and they are absolutely everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're just going to high pressure clean the whole top off and see what sort of root base we can expose. Hopefully we can expose something, but we don't want to high pressure clean it to the point that we wash off all the nice old bark that's under here. But at the same time we do need to expose something because this moss has completely covered it in. And to be honest, I think half of the nice fissured sort of bark is already rotted away because under here I can feel there's a hollow, there's nothing. So right, so we're gonna probably, we could use this root rake and go like that. Okay, maybe keep the moss in a couple of areas, but the moss is pretty poor anyway, isn't it, Seth?
Yeah.
Not that great, not that green. Just keep a couple of bits. And we're going to take it outside and high pressure clean it. So I'll video Seth high pressure cleaning it.
No, you can because the last time I sprayed myself.
Well, this time you won't spray yourself.
Oh, will I?
I don't know.
And it's too cold this time.
But it did make pretty good filming.
It was funny.
Alright, let's get out there and do it. Okay guys, so we're going to high pressure clean it carefully because our main slime pressure is so poo that we need to run a high pressure cleaner. But we want to be careful not to overdo it, and I'm going to try not to hit any branches. So let's do it. Oh, don't have it turned on, silly me. Alright, let's go for it. This is pretty much what I did on the gum tree yesterday.
Hey, Dad, you're going to be feeling bad for your tree now.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to expose some roots on top, but I'm not going to really attack anything else. What do you reckon, Seth?
That you're probably feeling sad about your tree. If I had to guess. And that you did all the damage to it.
Very true, very true.
Kind of sad.
So I cleaned up pretty well, guys, but I did notice as I cleaned it a strong odor. Now, I'm not sure whether the strong odor only happened during winter, but basically the strong odor says that it was waterlogged, and that could be a reason that we had such weak growth last year. I feel like last year during summer I couldn't get enough water into it. It felt like it was always dry and compact. So I feel like a lot of the roots rotted off in winter because I've kept it too wet during winter. Some of my trees have been like that this winter because I was too slow or lazy to turn the automatic watering back. And also it's very hard because you got some trees that dry out, other trees that stay too wet. It is very hard to individually control trees on an automatic watering system. What I should do is do a little bit more manual watering, but having said that, it's very hard, especially now summer when you're working a full-time job, to be around to water them. So maybe some more close attention. I feel like some of my trees this year has suffered from overwater, but this tree is still fine. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still fine, and this could be the reason the almond tree died. But this tree is still fine. It's got lots of new fresh white roots and it'll grow fine. We're going to put it into a bigger pot and hope that we get some really good growth. The thing is, the other ash tree, desert ash, that I have grew really well last year and had to be defoliated 3 times, I think.
But if we just plant your tree in the pot.
Yeah, we're going to put a bit of soil in there first, bud.
Oh my god, we don't need it. We can put the soil on top.
Soil on top?
Yeah.
What's you going to have underneath?
The plant.
There's nothing there. You got to put
True,
soil underneath.
I guess what are the roots going to grow into?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll put some soil. I'll probably use some of this for setting. So yeah, I'm not sure why, but this old guy's just decided to start chilling out. Doesn't grow as well as it used to, and doesn't put on the growth that it used to. But hopefully this year we can get a bit better growth. And my plan is to do more fertilising, and hopefully that'll get it to really grow, because in the past I used to fertilise a lot. Last year I was a little bit slack, even though I've got Benny's wand. A bit more, I reckon, Seth. Make it quite thick, because this needs to sit around about level. Let's have a look. So yeah, this is the very first tree that started everything. Yep, put a good mound in the middle and we'll work it in. Maybe just tip it in.
Funny.
Chip it in like this.
Tip it in and put way too much in. I like how that's like just as high as the top of the pot.
Yeah, and then what happens is you go like this and wiggle it in pretty hard.
There you go. Job done.
Almost. That's nearly it.
Your Indian thing, that was funny.
Was it? You like it?
Yes, it was funny.
Sounded weird, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh,
And
you
it's
got the scissors that are bent. They don't work anymore.
Wait, are they your expensive good ones?
Yeah, I used them on the last video and I accidentally...
How the heck did you bend them things?
No, I accidentally cut something I shouldn't have. Because I thought they
You can't
were
accidentally cut something.
Oh, I've got to fix them. They need sharpening and all sorts. Yeah, I accidentally used them to cut a big cut. I thought they were the root pruning scissors. Yeah. So that's sad. Well done. So yeah, we're just gonna...
Why'd you do that?
What's going on here? Seems to be that I can't find any of my normal scissors. Why I didn't get organised earlier is beyond me. Oh, I don't know where my scissors are, but I do have another decent pair of stainless steel ones. But we're just going to use this to get rid of these little ones at the front.
No, don't do that to the poor tree.
Don't need them.
You're going to make the tree cry.
Well, yeah, if it's got fillings.
Do you not feel bad for your first tree that got you into bonsai
Well,
and started your channel technically?
it is my first tree that got me into bonsai.
How do you not feel bad for your poor tree?
So this tree came about because my friend at work, Phil, who I've done some videos with, and gone to the Adelaide show with, bonsai show.
Many times.
Many times. Had bonsai, and at work he talked about his bonsai, and one day I said I'm going to have a bit of a go, and he took me for a drive. Phil took me for a drive to go and get this tree from Barry's on Anzac Highway, which is now closed down. Longest bonsai nursery in South Australia. And anyway, it's closed down now, I think for real estate reasons. But that was what started it all. I went and bought this thing for $130 or $40, and here we are now. Pretty cool.
So really you can thank Phil for this.
Yeah, so thank Phil. The whole channel. All my bonsai, working
Phil
on
made
trees.
it, technically.
It's all because of Phil. I mean, I was interested in bonsai anyway, but Phil was the kickstart that I needed to get more into it. So hopefully...
Because you might not have got any tree in the end if Phil didn't get you started.
And my God, did I cop some payouts from the whole family members? You got a bonsai? Man, I copped a fair bit of payout from everyone, but I withstood that battle. And
I tell you what, people aren't laughing anymore.
they're not laughing anymore. No one laughs at me anymore. So if any of you guys are out there and family members are paying you out because you're doing bonsai, ignore them. Because eventually they come back and they actually don't mind what you're doing. In actual fact, quite a few of the family members now watch quite a few of my videos. So there you go. Everything comes around in the end. Even family members. So what we're going to do now, basically with this tree, is try and expose most of the better roots. Okay. And then we're going to moss in between. And hopefully show off a half decent trunk on my very first ever bonsai. It's certainly got a lot fatter and bigger over time, even though you don't really notice it because year by year it grows bugger all, just slowly. First few years it really did grow well and slowed off since. Right, I reckon we're ready for the moss.
Yep. Guess so. You can go get your moss.
So don't cover any of these nice roots.
Why not?
Just saying.
We're covering the trunk?
No, nothing on the trunk.
Why not?
Well, because you don't want it to rot the good bark.
True, but it does look good.
The only problem we got, Seth, is
having enough moss.
Yeah, I used it
it's all brown.
I used it all up on my
almond tree thing.
No, red gum. Okay guys, so me and Seth put a lot of moss on. We ended up going and collecting some decent green stuff, didn't we, Seth?
Yeah.
The other stuff was brown from being in the shed and it looked a bit poo-poo. So we ended up getting some nice green stuff and putting it on, and it looks pretty sweet. I'll give you guys a quick spin. There's lots of little lichen and stuff on this tree. Like we showed you before, the buds are all starting to shoot. Put it into a bigger pot now, so during the summer heat should be fine. If it did get overwatered, it must have been in winter, because some people talk about putting these trees in a water bath in summer and they really grow well, so I really can't see how I would have overwatered it in summer. But maybe winter, when it was dormant, it got too much water, not sure. But anyway, now Seth, do you love this tree? What do you like about the tree? What don't you like?
Well, it's alright, apart from I don't like this branch here.
You don't like it?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, bye.
What the heck, man? What the bloody hell did you do?
Cut the thing off.
What? You just cut off a 10-year-old branch.
And?
Did you even think about that decision?
No. I just did it.
Oh my god, man.
You would never notice it, totally.
You just cut 10-year-old branch off.
It's kind of sad.
Does it look better because of it? You're alright, you laughed that much, you lost your breath. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you actually done a good choice.
Yeah, it looks better.
Why didn't I think of that?
Because you didn't.
I mean, it looks better. Well done, bud.
Even though you were a little sad at first.
A little sad, but it's alright, I get over stuff. Okay, so come back here, Sethy. Stand on that side of the tree so people can see your face. Oops, you alright?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much it. We've repotted this thing. We'll give you guys a bit of a close-up and a spin on the way out, but give you a spin now. We've still got an old screw stuck in here too.
Oh my god.
Being too lazy to get it out, which I would have used to pull a branch down or something like that. So yeah, the twin trunk ash tree, desert ash.
There's no point now unless you cut off this branch here. I mean, if you pull out the screw, rip that off.
True, very true. It's got a, it's got a decent sort of a base to it now, with some old bark, some good old roots that look pretty cool. Super happy with its progress. What do you reckon, Seth?
Looks good. And it looks better without that branch.
So yeah, one of the original trees, 25 to 30 years old now probably, and doing really well. Obviously in too big a pot for the tree, but I really want some good growth and vigour out of this tree this year, because I fear, after looking at the almond last year, I fear the almond, how it died, could be the death of this one, because last year this one put on only one flush of growth. I cut it back and it never reinvigorated itself at all, which is pretty bad for an ash. My other ash tree that I have, the big one, like I say, I defoliated it probably 2 to 3 times and it just kept flushing out every time, whereas this one, super slow to flush out, and then when it got cut back, it didn't move again for the rest of the summer, so pretty weird. So anyway, should be good now, Sethy.
Yep.
Well done, mate. Repotted my first ever bonsai, the one that started it all. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Like I say, spring has sprung and we're starting to get a bit of growth, so we should be repotting some trees soon.
Yep.
Done a couple in the last couple of videos. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
So, cheers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. You gonna say see you, Seth?
Bye.
Bye?
What?
Is that it? Bye.
What?
You're gonna say Catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching.
Catch you later, guys. Thanks for watching.
Alright, thanks, guys. And we'll see you later. And hopefully this tree has a really nice spring.
Also, make sure you go watch his video that's A Death in the Bonsai World. That's funny.
No, it's not, because I cry.
It is funny.
A little bit faster, bud. Good job.
Tell you what, it definitely looks better with that branch being gone.
Yeah. Now another full spin. Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Looks like a really old tree.
I mean, it is very old.
I mean, it is, yeah. It's like...
It's only like 12 years is younger than you or something like that.
Yeah. So it is an old tree. Pretty cool.
Almost 40.